Imagine you're stepping onto a basketball court for a pickup game. You know the rules, you expect a fair match, and you trust the referee to keep things honest. But right before tip-off, you learn a strange new rule. That referee gets a $50 cash bonus every single time they blow the whistle and call a foul on your team. You know exactly what's going to happen. That whistle is going to blow constantly. Every minor bump, every contested pass becomes a penalty, simply because the ref is making a profit off the calls. If a sports league tried this, players would walk off the court. But right now, this exact financial setup is being used to handle evictions across the state of Louisiana. Direct profit from penalties forces the referee to prioritize their own paycheck over the spirit of the game. When most of us picture an eviction hearing, we imagine a massive stone courthouse, a quiet room, and an impartial judge wearing a formal black robe. But in many parts of Louisiana, these cases don't go to traditional judges. They go to officials known as justices of the peace. These officials generally aren't required to have law degrees. They are local, elected politicians, and they rarely operate out of marble courthouses. You'll often find them working out of small strip malls, roadside trailers, or local storefronts with very little formal oversight. To maintain their legal authority over these complex housing disputes, they only have to attend one training class every 2 years. This means the person deciding if a family gets to keep their home often has less formal legal training than your local driving instructor. Here is how the process actually starts. When a landlord wants to remove a tenant, they bring their case directly to the local justice of the peace. State records show that to officially start this process, the landlord has to hand over a mandatory filing fee of $120. This is where that basketball referee comes back in. The state allows the justice of the peace to keep a percentage of that fee to fund their office and their own compensation. Landlords have a choice of where to file their cases. If a particular justice of the peace starts ruling in favor of tenants or asks too many difficult questions, the landlords can simply take their business to a different court. And if the landlords walk away, the fees dry up. To keep the office funded, the official has an enormous financial incentive to give landlords exactly what they want. To see what this looks like at maximum capacity, we can look at Jefferson Parish, right next to New Orleans. This chart reveals total court revenues. In a single year, Jefferson Parish's 5th Justice Court brought in over $1.1 million. To hit that number using small fees requires a mountain of cases. Every dollar represents a rapid-fire eviction against a local resident. What started out as a public service meant to peacefully resolve local disputes has morphed into a high-volume, profit-driven eviction factory. Behind every one of those filings is a real family, packing their belongings into boxes, pulling their kids out of local schools, and trying to find a new place to sleep. The relentless pace of these hearings is the predictable result of a system built to prioritize revenue generation. We already know how higher courts view this practice. When a similar structure was tested over in Mississippi, the federal court stepped in. They looked at a system where judges collected fees based on their rulings, and they struck it down as completely unconstitutional. The basic premise of American justice demands an impartial referee. You cannot have a fair trial if the person holding the gavel is relying on your guilty verdict to pay their own bills. It is time to stop playing a game where the referee is betting against you. Renters and landlords deserve a neutral set of rules. To help permanently untangle these financial incentives and ensure fair hearings, you can join the efforts of the Louisiana Housing Reform Task Force.